Hello everyone, I am Asta Chudhary from Pupil Dental Academy, Pupils University situated in the Bhopal. We are glad to bring you the carving videos guided by the Department of the Oral Pathology and Microbiology. So here we will start with a video that is a maxillary lateral incisor. We hope this video helps you. Hello everyone, now let's start with the maxillary lateral incisor diagrammatic explanation. So let's start. First of all, we are going to take the wax block and we have to draw the midline. Firstly, we have to label all the sides like a labial. Opposite to the labial is a lingual, then mesial and distal. We have to name all these four sides: labial, lingual, mesial and distal. After naming all these sides, we have to draw a midline. We have to draw a midline in a wax block. Okay, now moving to our next step. After drawing the midline, we have to mark our crown and root portion. So the crown measures 9 mm and the root measures 13 mm. We have to mark them like the crown 9 mm and the 13 mm then in all the four sides. So after moving to our third step, where previously the crown was marked here as the crown was 9 mm. So here in the third step, we are going to divide our crown into the three equal parts. 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2 and 3. We have divided our crown into three equal parts. Now moving to our next step. After dividing the crown into the three equal parts, we are going to mark the dimension, mesiodistal dimension at the crown and the mesiodistal dimension at the cervix. So mesiodistal dimension at the crown is 6.5 mm and the mesiodistal dimension at the cervix is 5 mm. This we have marked. Now in the next step, this is our next step. In this our next step, after marking this, we are going to draw the line from this point. This is this point to this point. We are going to draw a line. So here I have drawn the line. After drawing this line, we are moving to the next step. We have to remove the excess of the wax. This is our excess of the wax and we have to remove this wax. Now moving to our next step. After removing this excess of the wax, we got the trapezoidal outline. This is a trapezoid. So in this trapezoid, we are going to mark our crown. Then we will carve it. So here from the mesial side, this all was going through the labial side. Now we are moving to our mesial side. So we are going to move towards the mesial side. So in the mesial side, we are going to mark our crown portion. So the crown is convex and concave. It's completely convex at the labial side. This is our labial side. It is completely convex over here, and in the lingual side it is concave and convex. At the cervical third it's convex, but rest of area it's concave. Okay, so this was, we have marked our crown. Now moving to the next step. After marking our crown, we have to remove the excess of the wax. This is the excess of the wax and we are gonna remove this excess of the wax. So after removing this excess of the wax from the mesial and distal side, we are going to get this structure. This is our crown. Okay, while doing this, we have to make sure that the dimension over here and here. As we all know, the dimension over here, as previously I have shown, the dimension over here was 6 mm. That is labiolingual dimension at the crown is 6 mm and the labiolingual dimension at the cervix is 5 mm. So keeping all this point in the mind, we have to remove the wax accordingly. So here we got the crown over here and the crown has a perfect dimension. Now when we move to our lingual side, we have to mark the lingual fossa. So in the maxillary lateral incisor, the lingual fossa is V-shaped. So here the lingual fossa is V-shaped. Like this. So you have to remove this excess of the wax from here to make the lingual fossa. After making the fossa and completing all this, we have to move to our next step. That is marking the curvatures. Curvature for the mesial side and the distal side. So here the curvature at the mesial side is more than the distal side. Here the curvature at the mesial side is 3 mm. And when we move, this is the curvature, that is 3 mm. And when we move to our distal side, this is our distal side, and here the curvature is 2 mm. This is our curvature. We have to well mark them. Now moving to our next step, that is final, that is root. So here we are moving. So firstly we have to mark all the root, that is our conical shape root. Our root is conical shape, so we have to mark this in our Vex block. So while marking, we have to keep a point in our mind is that the apex of the root is curved toward distal side. This is our distal side, and the apex of the root is curved toward distal side. So while carving, we have to keep in our mind that the root is not straight, it's curved toward the distal side. So we have to remove this. This is our excess of the Vex. After removing this, all the excess of the Vex, we're gonna get our root. And the one more important point is that our distal side is curved. Our distal side is curved and the mesial side is straight. So with the help of the carver, we have to remove some of the Vex so that we can get our distal side curved. So this is how, after removing this Vex from the root side, we're gonna get our completely maxillary lateral incisor. Hello everyone, now let us start with our video of the maxillary lateral incisor carving. It is a detailed carving video, and here you can see the things which we need for our carving, and this are a carving Vex, divider, carver, metal scale and the gauge for cleaning the excessive Vex. Now moving to our first step. In the first step, we have to mark the measurement for our crown and the root. So here I am marking 9 mm here for my crown and 13 mm for my root. Okay, so this is. Now like this, I have to draw the lines for the crown and the root in all the four sides. Okay, so after drawing this line for the crown and the root in all the four sides, you can see the Vex block. Now moving to our next step is that we have to mark all our sides. Like this is a labial side, opposite to the labial is a lingual, and here is a mesial, and here is distal. So now I have marked all the sides. Next step is that I have to draw the midline through all the surfaces like this. Okay, in all the four surfaces. Okay, here you can see the midline. And now moving to our next step is that I have to mark the mesiodistal dimension in the crown and at the cervix. So mesiodistal dimension at the crown and the cervix, the mesiodistal dimension in the crown is 6.5. From the labial side. Okay, I have to see the labial side, and in the labial side I have to mark this at the crown. This is I marked. Now moving to, see this, I have marked, okay, at the crown portion. Now moving to our cervix. The mesiodistal dimension at the cervix is 5 mm. So this is how I have to mark it over here and it here. Now I have to draw a line from this point to this point and this point to this point. Okay. This is, I have drawn the line from this both the point, and we have to remove this excessive Vex to get the trapezoidal outline. Now I am removing the Vex. So here you can see the trapezoidal outline which we got after the removing of the excess of the Vex. Okay, this is the trapezoidal outline. Now moving to our next step is that from the mesial side, this is our mesial side. In this side we have to draw the crown. Okay, the crown for the maxillary lateral incisor. So our crown is convex from the labial side and convex and concave at the lingual side. Okay, so I am drawing here. So while drawing the crown, the point to keep in the mind is the dimension. So we should know the dimension clearly. So the dimension, that is labiolingual dimension at the cervix is 5 mm, and the labial lingual dimension at the crown is 6 mm. So here you can see I have clearly marked the dimension and I have drawn accordingly to it. So my labial side is convex, so I have to remove the wax accordingly in the labial side, okay, to make it convex. So I am removing the wax. And the one point we should keep in our mind, that is we have to draw the line, midline from the mesial to distal, okay, so that I can remove my wax from the labial side till here only and from the lingual side till here only, so that I can get my crown. So here you can see I have made my the labial side I have made convex, okay, like this. Now let's move to our lingual side, okay. So let's move to our lingual side. For the lingual side, we are going to divide our crown portion into the 3 equal parts with equal dimensions, okay. So here you can see I have divided my crown portion into 3 equal parts, that is with the equal dimensions, okay. That is incisal, middle and cervical. So I will not disturb my cervical third. I'm gonna only remove my wax from the incisal and the middle portion, because at the cervical there is a cingulum and cingulum is convex, and the incisal and middle I'm gonna remove the wax from here because this portion is concave. So here I am removing the wax. So see this, and I'm gonna remove the wax to get it. So here after coming to this point, okay, by removing the wax from the labial side and from the lingual side, we have to carve like this, as we have to make it round from here and here to make a proper crown. So like this we have to remove our wax. We have to carve it nicely, okay. And we have to carve it nicely so that we don't remove excess of the wax and our crown is not damaged, okay. So here, as we got our lingual and the labial side, now I'm gonna draw our lingual fossa, and we have to remove the wax accordingly. So the lingual fossa is V-shaped, okay. So here I have drawn my lingual fossa. So here the lingual fossa is V-shaped. Okay, now coming to the root. So while drawing the root, the point we have to keep in our mind is that the apex of the root is curved toward distal side. This is our distal side and here it's curved. So previously we have marked our root, that was approximately 13 mm. So here I'm gonna draw the root, but the root apex of the root should be curved toward distal side, okay, somewhat like this outline I'm drawing, okay. And then I will remove the wax according to it, as I have to get the root and that too curve toward the distal side, okay. Remove the wax for my root portion and I have got the outline. As from the distal side, this is our distal side, I have not removed much excessive wax, because the distal side the root is curved towards the apex of the root is curved towards the distal side, so the apex I have left the somewhat wax. So the important thing we are going to do is, as we know our distal side is curved, this is the distal side and the crown is curved toward the distal side, okay, here. Okay, so I'm gonna remove the wax from here to get my curved distal side. So here you can see the crown portion over here is curved and I got my distal side. For more, you can use the gauze and rub it accordingly. Okay, the another thing which we are going to do is we have to mark the curvatures. I'm going to mark the curvatures. Okay, as the distal curvature is approx 2 mm and the mesial is 3 mm. So here I'm marking the curvatures. Okay. So here you can see I have marked my curvatures in this. Now I'm gonna move to my root portion. Okay, so I have to make it curve toward the distal side, and this is my distal. So this I'm gonna remove the wax accordingly. I'm gonna remove the wax more from the apex part, as my apex of the root is curved toward the distal. So here you can see I'm getting somewhat distal curve. Okay, I have to make it more somewhat prominent. So see here, you can see the root is curved toward the distal side, and accordingly I will remove the wax from here, this side, the mesial side. So after removing the wax from all the sides, I got my maxillary lateral incisor. So here you can see the maxillary lateral incisor. This is all about our maxillary lateral incisor.